Hey guys, I'm finally back with an update on the Graham Portfolio. I haven't posted a new video in a long time because there have been many other things that have kept me occupied. Anyway, to start with, I like to say, like I always do, I'm not a financial advisor and do not make any recommendations on what you should or should not buy or sell. This is a financial experiment where I follow a simple strategy based on the method presented by Benjamin Graham in his book, The Intelligent Investor. This video is called The Great Deflation, which is my prediction of what we will see in the next 5 to 15 years, and I will explain why I expect a coming deflation scenario. But I will start with a very quick update on the Graham portfolio before getting into the details of the Great Deflation. And I start this video similarly to my last video, which I posted 8 months ago. I show this picture of the performance of the Graham portfolio until July 4th last year. It had gained 119% since the start, while the OMX 30 index had gained only 22.3%. The Graham portfolio thus had an annual growth more than 4 times that of the OMX 30 index, 19.8% year-over-year growth compared to 4.8% for the Swedish OMX 30 index. After this point in time, the OMX 30 index has done really well with a growth of 25.6%, while the Graham portfolio has actually lost 10.5%. The Graham portfolio kept falling all the way until the last rebalancing in March this year, after which the portfolio has done better, outperformed the index and recovered some of the losses from last year, with an 8.3% growth compared to the OMX 30 index, which has gained only 3.3%. So, since the beginning of the portfolio, a little more than 5 years ago, the gain is 93.5%, while the index has gained 58.2%. Hopefully this is a new start for the portfolio, and I hope the strategy will prove successful over the coming years. The original forecast was that the Graham portfolio and strategy would sevenfold every 10 years. So for that to come true, a gain of 360% is needed the next 4.5 years. Fingers crossed. So now I want to talk about the Great Deflation. This is what I believe is a very potential, fairly near-term future where productivity will increase, consumer prices will fall, asset prices will skyrocket, and interest rates will go back to levels we haven't seen since the period after the financial crisis. To many, this sounds like a fantasy scenario, but bear with me and I will explain how this will come about and what I will do to prepare myself for this scenario. What would cause increased productivity to an extent that competition between companies will lead to lower prices? Well, the obvious answer is humanoid robots. The cost of a humanoid robot powered by continuously developing AI is dropping, and the price for a unit in a few years is expected to be around $20,000 to $30,000. With training and maintenance, let's estimate the annual cost for owning a highly capable humanoid robot will be around $10,000. This is less than a quarter of the annual cost of an entry-level blue-collar worker, and even less for more complex jobs. Such a major drop in labor costs will allow companies to significantly reduce commodity prices while maintaining a sound profit level. And this picture illustrates just a small selection of potential jobs where humanoid robots can replace humans in the workplace: restaurants, hospitals, factories, grocery stores, receptions, etc. Even though robots will not replace humans abruptly, the number will start small and increase as the units become more and more sophisticated and affordable. There are a number of companies that have developed humanoid robots, and they are likely to scale up production quickly over the coming years. Among the most recognized companies we find Tesla with its Optimus robots, Figure AI with their Figure 01 and 02 robots, Unitary Robotics, Agility Robotics, and Boston Dynamics. In the IT and Internet revolution, we saw many small companies starting from nothing and growing fast to become enormous, like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, etc. This time around, it seems like it's more difficult for small startups to build their own robots and become market leaders. But who knows, this could change as the area evolves. What other effects would be the result of the Great Deflation, except for lower prices and increased productivity? Well, an obvious effect of the labor force transformation is increased unemployment, which in combination with lower prices will force central banks to lower interest rates to stimulate the market. The governments will likely also introduce other means of stimulations to compensate people that lose their jobs. They will hand out stimulation checks and in the long term introduce universal basic income. Access to cheap money due to the low interest rates will push up asset prices, including real estate, stocks, gold, and crypto. And having a diversified portfolio during this period can strengthen your net worth and set you up for a very comfortable future. So that is what I'm doing. And in 10 years from now, when you live through the Great Deflation, remember where you heard about it for the first time. I hope you enjoyed this update on the portfolio and that you found my prediction about the Great Deflation intriguing. Stay tuned for more updates, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive a reminder when I release a new video. So until next time, as always, stay sharp and follow your passion.